What's up, thinkers? It's me, Quizmaster Jack. It's week 12, 2026. Here on Thinking Game Trivia, we're doing the pop culture. And I feel like it's about time I do really well on a video game question. That's what I want right now, is to answer a video game question with a lot of points. I have no idea if that can happen or will happen. Let's play these questions. See what happens.
This song beat Giliola Cinquetti's C, despite Basil Herwald giving it nul point. This song, which notes the history book on the shelf is always repeating itself, asks, how could I ever refute?
I think it's Waterloo, because there was a lot of like Eurovision clues in there. And I don't think there's a lot of songs that were in Eurovision that they would actually ask a buzzword question about. But ABBA won Eurovision with Waterloo. I think it's funny. It's from the context of that. I don't know if this actually happened or not, but it sounds like the French judge gave them no points, which is pretty funny. I don't know if I actually know any of the lyrics to Waterloo, except for Waterloo. I couldn't escape you if I wanted to. Yeah, I just don't know.
On this show, Moose Jaw native Joe Farrell made coffee at a bookstore. Its original title was These Friends of Mine. Laura Dern appeared on its 1997 Puppy episode, which Jerry...
Ellen. Because Laura Dern was in the episode that Ellen came out. Arguably, Laura Dern is the reason why Ellen's character on Ellen came out. I didn't watch that series, but it is a very popular thing to know. I feel like I picked up at some point that Laura Dern was the object of Ellen's affections when the character came out. And then also the person, I think, the real life actor came out simultaneously with their character. I think so. I think that's how it was. I don't remember exactly.
The album name for this song accompanied an 81-minute film consisting mostly of home videos, partly taken at Tittenhurst Park. Sarah Silverman and Mark Ruffalo joined Gal Gadot for a performance of this song.
Let's imagine. I'm not sure that actually counts as a music question, but we're 3 questions in, folks, and 2 of the answers have been song titles. But that clue in the middle there was about in the middle of the pandemic, celebrities did the limps or the singing of Imagine, and it did not go over well. That was not what the population needed.
This character names the Steadfast under Enric Pride as the command ship of his fleet. A broadcast from Exegol first heard in Fortnite revealed that this character was somehow alive.
Wow. Yeah, Palpatine is somehow... Exegol is the planet at the very end of Rise of Skywalker. Well, not the very end. The climactic scene of Rise of Skywalker takes place on Exegol. Boy, is it not worth talking about Rise of Skywalker. It's just, I have a group of friends that, I'm sure I've said this on the channel before. I have a group of friends that we are some Star Wars nerds. We will talk about Star Wars forever. I saw Rise of Skywalker with 2 of them. We talked for like 3 minutes in the lobby and haven't said a word about Rise of Skywalker since. I hope this doesn't count as the video game question since they mentioned Fortnite, but I think that was all movies for the most part.
A woman in this musical vows will overact like hell in the song that goes like this. This
Spamalot has the song that goes like this. Put a 19 on the board. I have Spamalot on my USB stick, so I've listened to Spamalot a fair amount. The song that goes like this is a duet between the Lady of the Lake and Arthur, and it's a parody of the romantic duet song you'll hear in musicals. Spamalot is obviously a parody of musicals in general, but I really don't understand why the Lady of the Lake, I guess it's a commentary. I don't understand why the Lady of the Lake is a romantic like a romantic character for Arthur. But I've only listened to the soundtrack. Maybe in the not sung through parts, there's a little more nuance or explanation of why that's happening. He very famously has a wife, a 19 on musicals. We'll take that.
This character created the rogue android Seth as a replacement body. This psycho power...
Well, all right, let's go. 19 again on M. Bison. I called it. Psycho Crusher M. Bison. I wonder if they would have taken like King or Ruler. There's this whole thing in Street Fighter because originally M. Bison was the name of Balrog, who's a boxer, and Mike Tyson didn't cotton to that. And Balrog was Sagat and Sagat was Bison. So they had to switch those names around between the Japanese release and the American release. So now in the fighting game community, sometimes it's like Balrog is just called Boxer. I forget what M. Bison is called. Sagat might be called something. I may have had that a little bit wrong. I think they just switched Balrog and M. Bison. I always assume Sagat is involved, but he may not be involved. And I also forgot what they call M. Bison. But I wonder if they would have taken that. 2 19s in a row. Put it on the board. The prophecy fulfilled. Let's go.
This band was billed as Patchwork as a surprise act at Glastonbury 2025. Spike Island was a single from this band's 2025 comeback album, More. A song by this band describes a sculpture student with a thirst for knowledge.
Oh. That just randomly turned into something that I knew. That's a lot of Pulp information. Yeah, that was about Common People, the song by Pulp. She came from Greece. She had a thirst for knowledge. She'd studied sculpture at St. Martin's College. That's where I caught her eye. All right. I love that those questions that go from I have no idea what's going on to here's exactly what's going on. The lead singer of that, whose name I don't quite remember right now. He was on like that 6 for Sondheim movie. I don't know if you would call that a movie. Reminiscence about the life of Sondheim. And he was singing I'm Still Here. And a whole bunch of women who sang that song on stage or performed that song on stage were like in the audience. It was cool. I enjoy it. I watched it once a long time ago, but that 6 by Sondheim or 6 for Sondheim, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
A movie made and set in this country ends as a film director shares a motorcycle ride with a con man who impersonated him. An acclaimed director from this country made the films Close Up and Taste of Cherry. For 10 points, what country is home to Abbas Kiarostami, whose films are in Farsi?
Oh, you want Iran? Okay. That was a good sit there, waiting for some other clues. I did not have good knowledge on that.
On the original show from this franchise, a mishap with a rope nearly severed Ashton Pinar's foot. Kate Chastain was chief stewardess for the Valor in this franchise.
I'm going to say chief stewards are a thing on Below Deck. Oh, it's just Below Deck. I put Below Decks, but they took it. That's nice of them. That probably there's some places where they wouldn't have taken that. Yeah, yacht celebrity or yacht reality show. Don't really know much about it. They got stewards on it. I know that.
When this man opened for Tool at Lollapalooza, he asked the crowd to look for a lost contact lens. He believed that the album No Cure for Cancer by Dennis Leary stole his routines. Dangerous and Relentless are albums by, for 10 points, what stand-up comedian who died of cancer at age 32 in 1994.
1994? I don't think it was Mitch Hedberg. I thought he died later than that. Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks died in 1994? Wow. I did not know that. I've certainly heard of Bill Hicks. I didn't want to say anything, but we were in line for a 10 out of 10 there. But yeah, I just don't know Bill Hicks. Well, still pretty good score. I was at 136 before this last question. 219s. Certainly will take that. But you know who knows exactly how well I did? Future Jack over in the stats. So we'll throw it to him. Thanks, Past Jack. Good job, by the way. But I got one little bone of contention. It's not actually Sagat that forms the triangle of misnaming with Balrog and M. Bison. It's Vega. So M. Bison was originally Vega in Japan. Balrog was M. Bison and Vega was Balrog. I didn't look up what they call Bison in the fighting game community. A very good score. 136. 9 out of 10. That puts us at 9th for the week. Our best result so far, I believe. And those good scores bump us up yearly up to 14th, and in video game up to 15th. And a big 2. the dichotomy of how I play trivia. A 19 in musicals and then a 19 in video games puts us up to 8 total 2019s. Nary a best buzz on either of those. Our best result so far this year in 2026. Thanks for watching. You can check out Buzzword yourself over at neqt.com/buzzword. And you can help me out by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, doing all that fun stuff that YouTube loves. That's it for a very successful week 12 here on Thinking Game Trivia. How will next week go? We'll find out.